Hi, Mike.
I'm Gerardo, and this is
Just
Just
listen.
Listen.
We came together and we wanted to talk about a couple of things. First of all, or first of which being
Negativity.
negativity and its effects. Overall, I know in some aspects it works on mindsets.
Yeah, it can even sink into your daily life. It affects, work and how you treat or even see others seeing you. It can affect the whole week, and if you let it, negativity can, sit and actually affect and turn into depression.
In my novice research and very beginner understanding, um, I've seen quite a few things. How it has an effect on things like plant life, into things like flowers and even fruits and vegetables and things like that. It stunts the overall growth of these living things. And then by contrast, to speak positively and lovingly or supportively even, it does the exact opposite. It actually furthers growth and helps to propagate, you know, a flourishing life. And even in people, it has a way of changing hormonal balances, physical understandings and perceptions.
Oh yeah, it could even affect your day to day, just how your day goes in general. Like if negativity stays with you, it can act like a film. It can affect how you treat other people or just how your day goes in general.
And you start seeing things through this filter of cynicism and just, well, quite frankly, negativity. But
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it's inherently bad, clearly negativity. And to hang on to this feeling, this emotion, to carry that with you throughout your day, through your interactions with other people or family that you know, friends that you're close to, even strangers on the street. It it's like a weight. It's like carrying an extra 15, 20 pounds, and it really does. It drains you. It leaves you feeling heavy and weak.
Oh yeah, it could definitely drain your stamina, and you might not want to answer phone calls or go to work, and it can definitely hinder anything you're trying to do, especially if you're a sensitive person and if anything negative from someone, or if it's an email, a text, or social media, it can definitely stick with you and definitely, yeah, like a film or oil, just affect you and stick with you.
I mean, we've had our own personal experiences with this, and I'm sure a lot of people have, because it's not a foreign concept to sit there and think that we have, good days and bad days.
Anyone can have a bad day.
Right, and that's all it really takes sometimes. In my own personal life, I've had to deal with a couple of things of that nature. I know I was debilitated at least once in my adult life with thoughts of negativity, of not being enough, of not being worth it, of not being, you know, valid.
Able to measure up.
Right. And that was enough for me to just basically hide myself. I mean, I know I myself personally have woken up some mornings and just felt inadequate or unable, just because it didn't seem worth it, or you're just not good enough, or there's someone that you know personally, or someone out there. So it doesn't have to be like directly tied to you, but there's somebody out there that is more capable, more deserving, when quite frankly we're all deserving of positivity and support and the good.
Oh, completely. And there's even been instances in that instance where I've been irritated or become irritated just because somebody was talking to me when I was in that state of mind. I just didn't have the energy to reply, and that just created a more of a negative aura or space or vibe in the conversation or my day.
I know that I'm much better where I'm at now and how I feel and what I'm doing, but you know, it creeps in every once in a while. The idea of negativity, the feeling of inadequacy, and
With anything,
right?
with
and
anything.
and you got to remember, that to be even just to be negative, right? Even just to think like, no, it's not enough, or I'm not enough, or that's not good enough. It starts with a crack in your armor, like it starts with just the smallest of holes. Just all starts to seep in, and sometimes like a frog in a pot, it's little by little, and other times it's all at once. And the next thing you know, everything or nothing rather is worth your time or your effort or your even your input. Like you won't even want to talk about being better or having more, and you deserve it. Like we're not so far off. We're not these degenerates. We're not all these broken, horrid things. I know that these are kind of not taboo subjects, but I know these are real difficult subjects to talk about openly. But in us coming together, we wanted to make sure that there was at the very least, a forum that those that wanted to speak on these matters, or even just share their own experiences, they'd have a place with no judgment, with freedom, like just the freedom to vent. I mean, we all have our days, we all have our times, we all have our moments, and we just want to make sure that I mean, us personally, at least, we just want to make sure that you, whoever it is that you are, however it is that you feel, that it's not just you. It's not unheard of to be
in a negative state. It's not an experience to one person, and it definitely can affect anyone at any time, and it definitely is something that people have to talk about or go through with someone else if you can't do it by yourself. And if it helps, that's what this channel is for.
And this is just the first of a few installments that we're looking at putting up. We just want to make sure that that these feelings, these emotions, it's
real.
It's real, and it's hard. But if nothing else, you got two supporters right here for you. We're on your side. We're on your team. And we want you to know that you're not alone. And again, you don't have to agree with what we think or how we feel. You don't have to support our mindsets. We just happen to have found one another, and we feel very much the same on a lot of aspects, especially in this specific subject matter. But
definitely.
But if nothing else, feel free to leave comments. Feel free to leave opinions, whatever it is. We're not looking to argue. We're really just looking to experience. So if you've got something to say, if you've got a story you want to share, if you've got just a burden to get off your shoulders, by all means,
this is the place.
Yeah, and we want you to know that if nothing else, we're for you. So thank you for taking this small chunk of time out of your day. Thank you for
just listening.
And so next time we'll go a little bit more either into depth on this specific matter, or I mean, if you've got something that you want us to go over, so we're not looking at taking up too much of your time. We just want to make sure that you know how we feel,
and that we're here to listen.
So have a good one.
See you next time.